Hello, everybody. Welcome. Pull up a chair, get comfy. I'm Butt. This is Finn. And brace yourselves as we present to you our last brain cells left. How you been, Finn?
Oh my god, I've been so good. It's been so we did that test recording, right? Like I don't even know how long ago.
Oh god, it was a hot minute ago.
It was a while ago, but so much has happened, and I have a list of little stories and stuff I want to tell.
Same. A lot has changed in my life too.
Yes. But we both agreed to do a little bit of an intro.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So you wanna just real quick, you wanna who is Bot?
Who is Bot?
Oops.
Bot is a big old stinking dingus.
Amazing.
I am still trying to figure out who Bot is fully. I stream regularly every Tuesdays and Thursdays so far right now. I'm working on getting some YouTube videos uploaded on my own personal channel and just trying to bring back that old school YouTube vibe that, you know, everyone kind of fell in love with back in the early 2000s and 2010s and whatnot. At least that's what I want to do, at least. So that's kind of my vibe as of right now, at least. But who's Finn? As I call Finn. Who's Dolphin?
Hi. Most people know me as Dolphin, but I'm gonna go by Finn in this because it makes more sense in my brain. I don't know why. I am used to be a streamer. I kind of stream a little bit still, but I don't have a set schedule. Never did.
Streamish.
Yeah. I am 23.
Oh shit! I'm 25. I should have mentioned that.
If anybody cares, I go by they them. I don't. If you say she her, I don't care. I'll answer to you anyways. But I just prefer they them. It's a thing. I don't know.
I also forgot that I'm a dude. Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm the token straight white guy of like every
fine. Bot's our token straight guy.
Pretty much.
You have your gay best friend. And then Bot is like my straight best friend kind of thing, you know?
Yep. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, everybody. Oh, yeah, Happy Pride. It is June.
Crazy.
But yeah, I kind of just get on with whatever. I have raging ADHD and am currently unmedicated.
Really? We couldn't tell.
So if I go off on 15 different tangents, I apologize, but like also not really.
That's what we're here for, though.
Yeah, and that's me. I think I got everything I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Oh, gay as hell. In case
I thought that was
didn't
implied in the
know.
pride stuff. I thought, didn't we?
Well, you can be straight and be an ally and say happy pride,
fair.
but like
Fair. Well,
gay as hell. So gay. Love women. Boobs.
Same.
Amazing.
Fuck yeah. High five.
Yeah. High five. There. That was a solid clap. Yeah.
Hey, whoa.
So if you ever hear me going on a rant about how beautiful Renee Rapp is, and how beautiful Billie Eilish is, just know.
Yep.
Shout out to them. They're great. Also, side note, I've been wanting to talk about this since it happened.
Oh boy.
It happened a while ago.
Yeah.
So I guess this will start our.
This is a seamless segue of things.
Yeah, seamless segue. Billie Eilish.
Yep.
I don't know. I know she's not straight. I don't think she has a label for it, which like go her. Yippee, you do you, girl.
Right.
But I know she's not straight. I've known that she's not straight for like maybe 4 years, and she just recently quote unquote came out. And I was like, the first time I saw her, I was like, yeah, that's not a straight woman.
You just have an early detection gaydar? Is that how that works?
Yes. Like, well, she was dating guys, and so I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. You could be bisexual, obviously. Like, I don't care. You do you. But I was like, you are not completely straight. There is something fishy going on here.
It's like, I don't know why. I just got like an image in my... Well, I didn't get an image in my head. I have aphantasia. I can't see shit in my head. I got an idea in my head of like, you know how they have like bomb sniffing dogs? What if you were like a gay sniffing dog?
Yes, I'm a gay sniffing dolphin.
Gay sniffing dolphin, yes. I like that better.
I see a gay person walk in the room and I was like... I'm so sorry. I did that straight into my microphone. I'm so sorry. But also, I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right.
Jesus.
Do you have who's your favorite? Who's a singer that you think is like, wow?
Who's like, wow?
Like good in the sense of looks. Like I hate to objectify people. I'm not that kind of person. But who do you think is a really hot singer? Or actor, because Zendaya is like right actor. There.
Oh, I was gonna say like the lead animated person from the Gorillas. I think is a good one.
Ooh, yeah. I forgot his name.
I forget his name too.
Oh, I love
was
that
mostly
band,
being slightly satirical, but it's fine. I because my brain doesn't really like attach those sorts of things. It's just like,
yeah, gotcha.
Obviously, there are like there's hot people. People are fucking hot, clearly. Yeah. But like for me, it's like. I gotta like care about the person more to have like an emotional connection to them. Shout out,
yeah,
to
and I
my
just want
to damn near 4 years, 5 years, something like that.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, crazy.
I do just want to clarify, like I don't just think that Billie Eilish is hot. Obviously, I think she's an incredible singer and she's so talented. Same with Renee Rapp, both so talented. I'm pretty sure Renee Rapp is a triple threat. I think she can dance, sing, and act. I know she can act and sing, but they're both incredibly talented. Shout outs women, amazing.
Shout outs to women. Women are pretty pog.
Shout outs to women. Dude, shout outs to men are cool too.
Yeah, we're all right.
Shout outs to women.
We're okay.
We're all right. It's okay.
I've met some shitty men. I've met some shitty women.
Oh yeah,
me
too. I have met some really crappy women. If you know the lore, you know the lore. I have so much. My hair is like falling out. It keeps landing on my arms, and it's distracting.
You should talk to a doctor about that.
Probably.
I don't think that's
my
normal.
hair's really thick, so I'm not too worried about it.
Oh, okay. Like how many C's are we talking?
Oh, like a solid 3.
Yeah,
it's like thick.
Yeah. Your hair can throw it back.
Oh yeah.
Your hair's so thick it has a natural echo to it. I got that.
Yeah, my hair is double cheeked up.
Well, imagine that instead of like, what you doing with all that ass? It's just, what you doing with all that hair?
What you doing with all that hair? That's so funny.
Double haired up on a Thursday afternoon.
Oh, double haired up on a Thursday. That's crazy.
Teddy Ray, by the way. The guy who recorded that bit was a comedian by the name of Teddy Ray. He died a few years back, but yeah, the guy was, he's so fucking funny. I love like going back and like watching some of his shit. It's just effortlessly funny. Like he's the kind of guy where it's like I would love to just like hang out with him and just listen to whatever stories he has to tell.
Yeah.
You know, I love comedians like that. You know.
Yeah, I do like the comedians like that.
He's one of those. Like Josh Wolf's another one for me. Like I just want to like. Yeah. I say I would want to hang out with Josh Wolf, but he would fuck with me. I feel like because he's very much like a prankster.
Gotcha.
And then there's like Drew Lynch is a great one, but I like comedy. I like comedians.
I like there's really only one comedian that I really watch. His name is Fluffy.
Oh, dude, Gabriel Iglesias is fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you cannot love Fluffy. Dude. If you don't like Fluffy, you don't like comedy. He's so funny. He does.
I will admit, like his jokes nowadays are, and it's only like that because I guess he's not used to like the wokeness of nowadays.
Right.
But so his jokes can be offensive. Like
there's something that just don't age well.
Yeah, especially if you go back, his jokes can 100% be offensive.
Oh yeah.
But if you have that kind of humor where it's like for me, it's like I understand that this is offensive, and I will admit that this is offensive, but it's funny.
But it's funny, yeah. That's oh my god, that is the number one thing for me because I've had so many different things in my life that I've been through, experienced, seen, and whatnot. But the number one coping mechanism for me is always comedy. Like it's always like if you can laugh about something, then you can heal or grow or like learn from it. And that's what I kind of think. That's why like I always tell people I'm like Spider-Man without the superpowers. I just fucking yap and make jokes about everything because comedy is the coping mechanism. That's how I cope with everything pretty much is just making jokes about it. So I will be the first person to like laugh about things that I experienced that most people are like, oh, it's not funny, you shouldn't laugh about that. Well, it's like, well, no, for me, it's like, it has to be a good joke, right? Because there's a difference between just like making a shitty joke about a topic where it's like, you shouldn't make jokes about that. But if it's a good joke and you're being clever about it, then it's like, I see what you did there. Like, it's fucked up, but it's funny.
There's definitely like a few things that I stay completely away from. Like I don't joke about like I refuse to joke about anything that involves a lot of people dying. Like I don't joke about the Titanic. I don't joke about 9/11. I don't joke about World War II. Like all that stuff. I refuse. Stay completely away from it.
That's fair.
It should not be joked about, and like, you know, just yeah.
Yeah.
But there's definitely like, you know, I'll joke about like I had a little lore piece about me. I had a family member that was like a fairly close family member pass away, like, but this was like 10 something years ago.
Right.
And I was messaging my friend, and I forgot what they said and what I said, but I made a joke about it, and they didn't respond, and I was like, ooh, probably shouldn't have made that joke.
Yikes.
But like my way, that's like how what you said. My way of coping is
comedy.
with jokes, you know.
Yeah. See, I'm like adjacent to that, except there are certain things that I will make like a passing joke about in like for like circles with my friends and whatnot. Like, for example, right, my dad was at 9/11 basically. Like I'm from New Jersey. I grew up in Jersey for most of my life before moving recently. And when 9/11 happened, my dad was a fireman at the time, and the tower got hit and smoke and everything. And my dad got on a fire truck and physically went like. So he was there, boots on the ground there, right?
That's crazy.
And the other half of that, too, is that I'm 50% Ukrainian, 50% Polish. The Polish comes from my mother's side. The Ukrainian comes from my father's side. But basically, my bloodline, like the Polish half of my bloodline, almost died in a Polish labor camp in Poland.
Yeah.
Or a German labor camp in Poland during World War II, you know? So, like, my cousin and I will make jokes about that because... like that's basically the only like because of that we almost didn't exist, you know.
Yeah.
But that's always something that's like between the two of us, and when it gets to like big public scales, it's always like people are gonna receive it weird, but you have to look at the context sometimes of certain things, you know. And it's never like, again, I don't want to ever make like tasteless jokes. I always try to make sure I'm at least somewhat clever and respectful with these sorts of things.
Yeah.
And plus, I always have this policy where if someone has an issue with anything that I've joked about or said about, I want them to come to me and be like, hey man, I don't like this. This made me uncomfortable. And I'll be like, okay, cool. And I'll just scratch that one off the list. Like, I have no problem doing that whatsoever.
Yeah, I'd rather somebody tell me, because then if they don't, then it's just like this weird, like, you know,
gray area.
They're uncomfortable with me, and I don't really know why.
Yes.
So I'd rather they actually tell me.
I've learned through past relationships that didn't work out that bottling up things like that just never works for anyone. So I always try to bring it to all of like friendships, like with my current girlfriend. Like I always make sure like don't bottle up. Let's talk about it. Let's get it out in the open. Like you don't have to like get over it and not be upset about it anymore immediately. But at least that way we can learn and grow and heal and move forward together instead of just one person feeling upset and pent up about this and just letting it fester and grow into something completely worse. You can actually like let it out and grow and heal, and I find that's a really good way to live life.
Yeah, I think that's a good way too.
Look at us getting deeply like philosophical. Again,
you want to talk about
this happened last time too, where we got like really deeply emotional.
We got really deep.
I think you and I just need to go to therapy.
Expired cheese dip, though.
Expired cheese. That's my rap name.
That would be a great rap name.
Coming next to the stage, expired cheese dip. I don't know why I turned into Fred Durst there.
I was gonna say.
Why did I go?
Yeah, to like pull us out of the deep conversations, because this is supposed to feel like you're talking to friends, not your therapist.
To be fair, this is the level of conversation I would have with my friends. So
for sure.
This is authentic. We're real. If you had any doubts that we were just authentic, we just like sat down on a call and we're like, let's talk about shit, buddy, and then just hit record. There's your fucking proof right there.
Yeah, there's your proof.
So anyways, expired cheese dip.
So yeah, I work at a convenience store. Nice. Obviously not going to name which one, because there's like policies in place where it's like you can't talk about the store online unless you put hashtag whatever on it. This is so funny. And must clarify, all opinions are my own. Okay. Now that I got the legal stuff out of the way.
Now we got all that bullshit out of the way.
So, and I'm not going to guarantee every single store is like this, but if you buy something at a store that can potentially expire, check the expiration date, please.
Yeah, that's good advice to live by, honestly.
Oh, yeah. We sell this Fritos cheese dip that's like fake cheese. I think it's delicious. It's so unhealthy, but it's delicious.
Sometimes it ain't good for you, but it's good for the soul, you know?
Yeah, I know, right? So I had bought some a while ago, and then I was like, ooh, this is delicious. This is great for my snack haul. So I went to buy more, and I don't know what possessed me to check the expiration date on it. I'm glad I did. But I look on the bottom, and this is, mind you, this was probably like 2-3 weeks ago. So like, give or take May. We'll put it at May.
Yeah.
I look at the expiration date, January 15th, 2025.
Nice.
I was looking at it like, oh, okay.
Oh.
That's fun. And so I take it off the shelf because I work there. I have to take it off the shelf, obviously.
Right.
I take it off the shelf. I grab another one. January 15th, 2025.
Fuck yeah.
And
Just
so
grab a spoon and chug all of it. It'll be fine.
yeah.
It'll give you superpowers.
And we damaged them out yesterday, so I do know the exact numbers. There was 5, all of these expired. 5 of the mild cheese ones.
Nice.
2 of the cheddar jalapeno ones, and then
Nice.
2 of the bean dip ones. All
Nice.
expired between January and I believe March.
Was it just like the ones where they were just like really back far on the shelf, or were they like front
No,
and center?
they were right in front.
Oh God.
That's why I was like, what the hell? Well, because, okay, here's the thing. Fritos, all of our Fritos, not Fritos, sorry, Frito-Lay, the company, we're not in charge of checking the expiration dates for that stuff.
Oh,
so like
you
we
think it
can't
was
check.
a bad shipment.
Yeah, so, well, it's not that it's a bad shipment. They just didn't check it. They're supposed to check it, and they didn't. Same thing happened. I worked at.
Fault.
No, it's not. No, it's not our fault at all. Well, I mean, it's our fault for not noticing for like.
Well, yeah,
months,
but
you know.
Hey, if someone bought it and they didn't check, that's on them.
Yeah, right.
Just saying.
Luckily, those things like barely ever sell, so I
Well,
don't think. But I had worked at the other store because the convenience store that I work at is a chain. So like they're everywhere.
yeah.
And so there's another one that's like, it's like 5-10 minutes away from the one I work at, like my home store.
Gotcha.
And I was working there, and I kid you not, the manager there had me checking expiration dates, which that's what they always have me do. Like I individually check every expiration date on all the items.
Gotcha.
Not threw out, but took down, I kid you not, 2 full shopping carts of sodas that were expired.
God. Damn.
That
That's
was
wild.
insane to me. Like, the shelves were almost empty. That's how much I took down.
Damn. Someone
now-
got fired over that. That's some
Oh, yeah.
shit.
And now I am so, like,
Paranoid.
stick up my ass about checking expiration dates whenever I buy anything. Like, especially food items.
Right.
Like, I check it every single time now. I'm like, oh my God. But I honestly, I know that grocery stores are a lot better with it. But convenience stores, just, you know, moral of the story, check expiration dates if you buy anything at a convenience store. You can't guarantee, you know, obviously they can't have somebody go through every single day and check every single expiration date
Nobody's
on every
perfect.
single item. And this, again, this is not me crapping on the store at all. It's just, you know, we didn't check those.
Yeah.
But yeah. So just, you know, check expiration dates.
Be aware.
Make sure it's not expired. It takes 2 seconds if you know where to find it.
Right. It's the worst when you're trying to find an expiration date and you just can't fucking find it.
I can tell you right now, bottles of
my
Coke
God.
is always going to be on the cap. And I know
cap?
this because I have an addiction. Which I actually have a story I can tell about that.
You have a Coke addiction story. Got it. Go on.
Well, okay. So
Hey, I'm just paraphrasing what you said. Like, is that
yeah,
not?
for sure. I have a crazy addiction to the drink Coca-Cola. If I say Coke, I'm talking about the drink. I'm talking about the, you know.
No way you had a bottle to like fizz open.
Oh yeah,
Holy shit.
it's a brand new bottle too.
God damn it. I shouldn't be surprised based on what
actually,
you
fun
literally
fact.
just said.
Speaking of, this bottle of Coke is expired. Hilarious. Are my other ones expired? That would suck if they are.
That's a good thing to check.
Ugh. See? Check expiration dates, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, see? It's right there.
If these are expired, I might have to chug these.
There was at one point. yeah, chug them all. You get superpowers. Just like the other
Yeah,
thing.
right.
Well, it's like I once checked a spinach dip at my parents' house.
July.
That it was 2024 when I was checking it. The expiration date said 2021. I was like, how fucking, like, where did you keep the spinach dip that had expired like 3 years ago? Why are we pulling this out now for Easter?
Right?
Like, how did this get here? You know?
Yeah. So yeah, my addiction to Coke.
Yes, please enlighten me with this amazing phrasing.
Every day at work, I buy a bottle of Coke.
Okay.
And it's gotten to the point where my work friend has noticed because I bought a bottle of Fanta, and I say it right. It's Fanta, not Fanta. So I bought a bottle of Fanta, and my work friend looks at me and goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, what? Why? Yeah, I'm good. And she was like, "You bought a Fanta," and I'm like, "You're joking me." She was like, "You always get a Coke." I'm like, "You're joking me." So yeah, it's become a problem.
Other people have noticed it. What's your favorite flavor of Fanta?
Orange. It's classic.
Okay, gotcha. I like that you didn't notice that I horribly mispronounced it.
Yeah, you said it. I don't even know what you did.
I was intentionally throwing it up to see if you would pick up on it, but you were just
I
like,
picked up on it.
No. I like that's a testament to how much fuck shit I say that it doesn't even like you don't register something you need to correct or like chime in on. You're just like, oh, bot said a weird thing. What a fucking normal. Oh,
sorry.
God.
So yeah, orange is a classic. I did try the blue one time, and that was
There's a blue?
Good. Yeah, there is a blue. I've only ever found it once. And it was
I've never
Florida,
even
like,
seen that.
5 years ago, yeah.
What flavor is blue?
It was blue raspberry.
Oh, that makes sense. Like it's like slushy flavor, like
yeah,
when you get like at a movie theater, kind of.
It was so good. Yeah,
kind of. It does sound good. I'd have to try.
Haven't had it. Point. We should open a PO box so that people can send me blue Fanta.
Just for Fanta. Just for that.
Yeah, exactly. That and the 3-pound bag of jelly beans.
Oh my god, bro! Yeah. I shit you not. I literally can't eat. I fucking love jelly beans. But for those who don't know, I watermelon flavored anything is my favorite candy. Basically, anything watermelon flavor, I am a fiend for that shit. But so for my birthday, 2 separate people gifted me 5-pound bags of watermelon jelly beans. Was it 5-pound bags or like 1 pound bag? It was a lot of watermelon jelly beans. That was in January. They're all gone. Just saying, they have been for months. But like literally, like I love that shit. Yeah,
but also Bot's favorite candy is Mike and Ike's, and
I do like Mike and Ike's a lot.
They have a watermelon flavor, Mike and Ike now.
They don't sell individually watermelon stuff, but they have like a Red Rages box that has a bunch of them.
No,
my girlfriend actually got me like 12 of them.
Remember I sent you the picture that they have?
Oh yeah, the sour watermelon thing.
Yeah, the sour watermelon. Yes. They sell it now.
That's okay. That's another thing, right? I love watermelon candy. I love all that stuff. Why does every company need to make sour watermelon candies? I get it. The Sour Patch Kids are like the most popular ones, but like not every watermelon flavored everything needs to be sour. You know? That's why I really like the jelly beans and like the standard like Red Rages Mike and like mix because it's just straight up watermelon. I was like, that's what I fucking want. And I realized where this started was where my mother works. I would occasionally like as a kid go to her office and like just like hang out for a day basically or so. And right next door was a Friendly's. I don't know if you've ever seen or been to a Friendly's before.
I have not.
It's basically like a very kid themed like restaurant kind of thing that has like chicken and burgers and that kind of stuff, right? It's very much that vibe, right? But that like they had watermelon sherbet there, and that was the first time I ever had watermelon sherbet. Ooh. I was like 7 years old, something like that, and that shit fucking altered my DNA. It is like legitimately I love sherbet because of it. Like if there is an option to get watermelon sherbet, I will get it because I love that shit so much. It is like that's why I like sherbet more than ice cream is pretty much exclusively because of watermelon sherbet.
Huh. That's awesome.
Have you ever had it before?
I have not. I've never had sherbet in general.
We need to change that. We need to fucking change that. I don't know how, but we need to change that. When we arrange something in person, we need to change that.
Yeah, for sure.
That reminds me. So a little bit, something back, like Finn and I have had a lot of different creative ideas and that's kind of where this whole podcast thing was kind of born, out of us having creative ideas and wanting to do
this
stuff.
podcast thing was born out of a joke.
It was actually, yeah, that is true.
Then became real.
Yeah, the whole
which is the best joke ever.
Yeah, well, our friendship lore, right? Shout out to our other mutual buddy, Later Manor, the Later Manor, actually, I should say.
Yeah,
get it correct. He was he playing Emerald Rogue at the time?
I think he was. I think he was playing Emerald Rogue.
But so at the end of this Emerald Rogue stream, he was doing a Kahoot, right? It was like a very Pokemon themed Kahoot that someone, I don't remember who, but someone in the community made it. Yeah, Gamaf made it. Thank you. I knew you would know. You were a guest on that stream, and I was just in chat. Yep. This is when I like first kind of like popped in and like met you guys really too.
Yeah.
I think this actually was like the first interaction I had with you specifically. Also,
was that that he raided you?
No. This was pre-raid. This was pre him raiding me that one time.
I think I remember. I'm not sure.
I'm fairly certain this was the first time you and I had ever like semi-directly interacted, was through this little interaction in his chat, where we were doing the Kahoot and you and I would just go back and forth between 8th and 9th place, basically.
Yeah.
Like you were in 8th place, I was in 9th place, and I would flip to 8th and you were in 9th. So basically, I had just like mini like rivalry going back and forth between the two of us. And then so I don't remember which one of us it was, but one of us made a joke about, we should do a podcast called like 89th Best or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like some kind of like joke about like 89th something.
Like and your 89th, yeah, because it was like, Bot is everybody's 8th favorite streamer and I'm everybody's 9th favorite streamer, something like that.
I think literally in my Twitch I wrote like, hi, I'm a part-time streamer, I'm everyone's 9th favorite streamer. Like I'm pretty sure I put that in my about me on my Twitch.
Yeah,
so it's great.
But yeah, so we had that, and then when we actually started talking, we were like, we get along really great. And then eventually I was just like, hey, you want to start a podcast? Like actually start a podcast? He was like, I thought that was a joke. I'm like, no, I'm dead serious.
No, yeah, I definitely said it as a joke, but then you were like, hey, what if? And I was like, I mean, yeah, it definitely was one of those things where it started as a joke, and then like you say the joke, and you both look at each other like, I mean,
yeah.
I'm not saying no.
Yeah, it definitely started like that.
So
it was great though.
Oh no,
well.
I think it's worked out. I mean, we've done some co-streams and stuff together, and
always.
And
we're fun. Just also buddies, like we're genuinely just
generally.
pals.
Yeah. We played fucking Ghost of Tsushima for like 5 hours the other day.
Yeah, which is a great segue.
Yeah.
For our next little section.
Oh yeah.
Not really. I don't know. Anyways.
It's formally informal. That's what this podcast is. It's formally informal.
Exactly. That should have been the name of the podcast.
Formally informal. All right, Ted Loki. Now we got to change all the branding.
Welcome to formally informal.
Scratch everything. Start fresh. Sorry, Loki did some great work on the logo.
Entire episode all over again. Tell Loki to start the logo again.
Yeah, sorry. We changed up our mind on the first episode. It blow everything up. Start fresh.
Exactly. So I've been playing now that I have a lot more time to myself since I don't stream that much anymore. I've played so many videos.
You've been on your gamer grind.
I honestly, I've played, and the ones I wrote down are just like the ones that I actually wanted to talk about. But I've played like other than those that we're gonna talk about. I'm trying to look on my PlayStation app.
PlayStation. Just like recent activity.
PlayStation. Yeah, just recent activity. Or just I played.
The suspense is building. Drum roll, please.
I 100%ed Astrobot, which by the way.
Oh fuck yeah!
God, that game was so good.
That game is so much fun.
Did you see the state of play? They're adding more levels to Astrobot.
Yeah, that state of play cooked too, by the way. That state of play was so awesome to watch. Like seeing all the reveal, I was popping off. I was having a lot. Really excited for that Silent Hill. Looks really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The new
looks
Silent
fucking
Hill.
good, and the new Capcom IP. Like I know they announced it like several years ago at this point, but it looks really good. It looks like if Resident Evil had a baby with Dead Space. I'm just like fuck yeah. Like yes, please.
I'm really excited for that Naughty Dog game that they announced during Game Awards.
Oh yeah, same. There's been so much cool shit.
Yeah, there has been. Yeah. I 100%ed Far Cry 3.
Damn.
When I say 100%, I mean I got the platinum for it.
The platinum, yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
Which Far Cry 3
banger game.
changed my life.
Absolute banger.
It's such a good game.
It's really fucking good.
It's so good. Like, I have no words. It is such a good game. It does pretty much everything perfect. And I've played Far Cry 5, and I can see how Far Cry 5 is trying to be like Far Cry 3.
But it's not the same. It doesn't hit the same.
But it just doesn't hit. And the fact that Far Cry 3, I don't know when hold on, I need to look this up. We're gonna do a little bit of
It came out a lot older than you think it did. I promise.
Yeah.
That game's been around for
Far
a
Cry
long ass
3
time. It's like I was in middle school. Jesus.
Okay, Far Cry 3 came out in 2012.
Yeah.
Which puts it at over 10 years old. It's 13 years old.
Yep.
For a 13-year-old game, I normally don't like older games. But
However.
holy crap, dude, Far Cry 3 changed me.
It fucking cooks, right?
God, I wish I could play that game for the first time again.
Oh my god.
It's such a good game.
I have a list of games that are on that. Like, I wish I could play it for the first time again.
I wish, dude, Far Cry 3 is up there. The Last of Us and Last of Us 2 is like first and second place. I wish I could play those games for the first time. Oh my god, such good games. Probably Assassin's Creed Odyssey is up there as well, because I also love that game.
That is a good one. You gotta play the older Assassin's Creed games too, like 2 and Brotherhood and Revelations. Oh,
I do.
If you loved Odyssey, you're in for a ride.
Yeah. Yeah, so I 100%ed Far Cry 3. I finished playing Far Cry 5, which was good, but not as good as Far Cry 3.
Yeah. Yeah. The ending's really bad for Far Cry 5, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. The available endings are just kind of like, which turd stinks the least? That's at least that's how I interpret it, at least.
Exactly.
Best part about Far Cry 5 is cheeseburger.
Oh, for sure.
Gotta love cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. I love cheeseburger so much. Mm-hmm. I rocked out once I had the two partners I could do. It was cheeseburger and oh my god, what was the name of the cougar?
Oh yeah, I forget the name of the cougar.
But I can't remember the name. But yeah, I had those two, and it was great because it was just a bear and a cougar going after random enemies. Fuck yeah. And I didn't have to worry about them making like their idle chats or whatever. I was just like,
talk to me. Just stand there, sniff things, and kill people. Yeah, they don't talk.
Exactly. I played Jedi Fallen Order, which was a great game. I want to 100% it, but I don't want to do it right this second.
That's fair. That Jedi Fallen Order is one of those games on my list of like, I wish I could play that for the first time again, because that game made me sort of like fall in love with Star Wars again, where like I really didn't like it, and the Disney trilogies left a bad taste in my mouth. And then I played that game and I was like, oh wait, no, Star Wars is actually really cool and does like a lot of really cool and really awesome shit. So dude, like Jedi Fallen Order.
I'm not gonna spoil it. Well, actually, it came out how long? It came out a while ago. Whatever. The final
spoilers for Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, the final fight in Jedi Fallen Order is hands down probably one of my favorite boss fights ever.
Oh,
because it's so not good. Even a boss fight.
No,
like
the reveal
to have. So for those of you who don't know, the whole reveal is that Darth Vader is like the big final boss or whatever.
Yeah.
So you fight the second sister, which I forget her name.
Yeah, Trilla, Imperial Inquisitor.
Trilla, yeah, you fight Trilla.
Hunt down Jedi, yeah.
Yeah. You fight Trilla, and once you defeat her, you get this cutscene, and during the cutscene, I don't know if it's while she's talking or what, but you see her like tense up, and like stop, and the second that happened, I was like, oh my god, it's Darth Vader.
Me too. And then the smoke pours out from behind her, and then you hear the breathing, and then he steps down, and you're just like,
and I was just like,
fuck.
Literally, I think I out loud yelled, "Is that Darth Vader?" And then
which is the reaction that most people would have.
Dude, and so my whole thing with that, and I like ranted to Bot about this, the fact that you can have an antagonist in a series where the boss fight isn't actually you fighting him, but you legitimately running away from
escaping. Yeah.
You don't fight Darth Vader.
You win by not dying.
Him. Exactly. That's crazy to be able to have an antagonist that has that much effect.
The word is kind of like bastardized and kind of besmirched, but like it literally is just aura, basically.
No.
That's literally what like aura is. Yes. Like you see them and their 100%. Presence and it's like, oh fuck. Respawn fucking nailed it with how they handled Darth Vader in that game.
Oh, for sure.
Even in the sequel, like I wasn't super big on Jedi Survivor, but like I think Vader was handled well in the sequel. He's still this like massive, huge, just presence.
Yeah, exactly. He carries such a huge presence with him, and the fact that like, so I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I don't know which movies I've watched. I know for sure I've watched the Disney trilogy, and I know it's the worst of the movies.
Like objectively, like there's been a war between the sequel, like the prequels and the original trilogy, and both of them gang up to say the prequels fucking blow. So like if it unified those two groups, at least just for like a little bit, that tells you how bad the sequels are.
Exactly.
It's so bad.
But yeah, so I have watched the Disney trilogy, and like I know that they were trying to do that with Kylo Ren, but they just didn't.
Yeah.
Like if it was Kylo Ren who had appeared, I would have been like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
it's him. It's this guy.
I did have a running joke for a few years that Kylo Ren is my favorite Disney princess.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's just kind of the aura that he has, is just like edgy ass Disney princess.
For sure.
I wish they made Finn a Jedi instead of the role that he ended up having, because Finn was such a great character.
He really was. Like,
I think there was something with,
it would have been great character development too.
I think that was the original plan, but there was some kind of
like thing.
I don't even know, like something on the outside that was like, I guess we're not allowed to do this because X third party said no. Like, gotcha. I need to verify that, and I'll do some little research on it, but I'm pretty sure it was something of that effect, where it's like, this was the original plan, but they had to change it, which I almost kind of wish to see. Like, we have the Snyder cut of Justice League, and like it's better than the original version of Justice League movie that we got. So I'm curious if we'll ever see, like, or probably not, but if there's ever going to be like some alternate version about what it could have been if Finn became Jedi, you know? I think that would be neat, but we'll never get it. Disney decanonized like so much insane Star Wars shit that all Star Wars fans were like, well, you've bought this thing and now you've immediately ruined it by uncanonizing all these like side things that everyone loves. So great, you ruined it. Thanks.
I also found it really weird that Rey and Kylo Ren kissed, because in my brain for some reason they were related.
You're gonna love watching the original trilogy.
Okay, I do know about that. Yeah, I do know about Luke and Leia.
Dude, funny story about that was a friend of mine, she had never seen any Star Wars period, and so she was watching the original trilogy in order, right? And she at one point texted me, was like, man, I'm so pissed that Leia ended up going for Han. Like, Luke was such a better fit for her. Like, they were so much better, and I was just like, well... And then I just let it live. And then I got a text from her like 2 hours later. She was like, "Oh my god, no, fuck." It was so amazing. Like, it was like I watched a timer get started on a bomb, and I just had to sit there and wait for the countdown. And it was the most spectacular fireworks show I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, that's
it was
so funny.
Good. It was so perfect.
Funny. Yeah. But yeah, so that's our little rant about Jedi Fallen Order.
Yes.
I am one trophy off of finishing God of War. I just have to beat the last Valkyrie, and she is a pain in my ass. So that's why I haven't finished that yet. But enough. Great game. Like, I already knew it was going to be a great game, but like, I don't know. So I've seen playthroughs of it. I know everything about God of War.
Right.
2018. I want to play the originals too, but
they are so vastly different.
Yeah, I know.
They are so incredibly different.
Yeah, so I have watched playthroughs of God of War 2018, but there was something about experiencing it like on my TV myself.
Yeah, it's a different feeling.
Really, yeah, like, cuz I experienced it through videos and I was like, wow, this is an amazing game. But like, I think if I hadn't watched playthroughs, it would have been another game that was like, wow, this changed my life.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's something that's like the magic of video games, is like a lot of games nowadays are kind of movie adjacent, but there's still something about that agency of the player having control and being able to like directly interact that gives it an extra level of emotional connection that no other medium can have.
Yeah,
you know?
And God of War does do that thing really, the whole like immersing you into the world really well.
Oh yeah.
Like last time I played a game that really did that was probably the Last of Us. I think
that's a good one. The thing that immediately jumps to my mind as far as like immersing into world is the original Dying Light. which is so good. Like it really, that game, playing through the early stages of that game, it really feels like you're a dude who was dropped into this apocalypse like zombie survival thing, and you are just like, you are scraping by just to survive until you like get more comfortable, and like as the story progresses you get better and better and able to not just survive but like become like an apex predator of that environment, sort of, so to speak. Which it's a great feeling, and I recommend people play that time, especially if you like zombie games and you like parkour stuff. Like it's like basically it took like the parkour of Mirror's Edge and put it in zombie open world survival, and I was like, this is fucking amazing. I love this game. This is fucking perfect. That's also on the list of games I would play if I could like forget and play for the first time again.
It's on my list to play that game.
You can't play that game without Abby and I, because Abby and I both fucking love that series, and we are like,
you guys
if you play that game without us, we'll be pissed.
I know.
You have to play that game with us.
That.
We'll arrange it. We'll arrange it.
But kind of like little side story about The Last of Us that I just remembered. Later Manor, who we mentioned earlier, he's currently playing The Last of Us.
Yes, he is.
And I feel kind of bad because he's really bad at shooters. And this isn't me crapping on him. He has said himself, I am bad at shooters.
Yeah, some people just don't vibe with it. It's not.
Yeah, exactly. And he's one of those people that he doesn't vibe with it. But also the whole survival thing. He's good at stealth, but for some reason, The Last of Us is really getting him.
It hasn't clicked yet.
Yeah, but he's been struggling a lot with it, and I'm so scared that he's gonna get to a point where it's gonna be like he keeps just dying and dying and dying, and he'll be
just like frustration.
He'll drop it. Yeah, and I really don't want him to drop it because it's such a good game.
Yeah, I feel that. That is the worry about
I'm
like
have my fingers crossed, because I watched his stream the other day and he was really getting frustrated, and I was like, please don't drop this game. It's so good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, The Last of Us 2 is so good.
God, I had that with something else. I forget. I've had that experience with a game where it's like, this game's really fucking good. Do not give up on this. It might have been, oh God, I don't remember what it was. It might have been Jedi Fallen Order, because I had a friend who's like really not good at Souls. Like, oh no, it was fucking Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is one of the games where it's like kind of harder to get into, but it's so rewarding once you like get past that like little bit of learning curve of just getting used to how to play those games. I fucking love Monster Hunter. I can go on about that shit for way longer than I need to, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter World is also on my list of games that I want to rattle off my list of just like if I could forget and play it for the first time again. Monster Hunter World, Dying Light, Jedi Fallen Order, Skyrim is a big one, because that game
I can see that.
Was huge for me. Like I joke that like I didn't really have like a childhood. I matured way too early, and so my childhood was playing Skyrim pretty much, basically. Like it was the case, like Boy Scouts, coming home, doing competitive swimming, and playing Skyrim. So like if I could experience that game fresh for the first time, I would love it. Same for like Cyberpunk 2077. That game,
I want to play that game really bad.
The state it came out in is brutal, and I know that because I played it.
I know, I heard.
It was so fucking. I have clips of me like driving around Night City and just falling through the floor. Like the floor just ceases to exist, and I fall into the void. But then CDPR, like, credit to them, they stuck with it. They fixed it, and that game is a fucking treasure nowadays. Like I recommend people go back and play, like go and play it, because it's that damn good. It's like Skyrim has been my number one game for years. Cyberpunk passed it, and that's like
really.
I didn't think. Cyberpunk is my number one game, and I didn't think anything would.
I'm waiting for that game to go on sale because it's
valid.
I want to play it.
You got to make sure to get the Phantom Liberty DLC stuff too. It's so good.
Yeah, I'd get the DLC too.
It's so good. The writing and everything's amazing.
Ooh, I clicked the wrong thing. But yeah, so I played God of War. Great game.
You're breaking everything?
Yes, I did. So I watch a platinum runner streamer guy, which I'm gonna give the guy a shout out. He's a great creator. His name is Platinum Pace. Such an amazing creator, and also cares about his community so much. Like,
love that.
I will join a stream and I will type in chat, and every single time he will say hi to me, and he'll say hi to everybody, and I'm just
awesome.
Like, you're so wholesome. Love you so much. So shout outs that guy. If you like platinum running, like watching platinum run videos, I highly recommend his videos, and his streams too. But basically, he was streaming. So I was joining. He was platinuming the Angry Bird trilogy, which is crazy.
That's
insane platinum.
That's
to get.
Wild sentence.
It took him like 2 months to get it.
Damn.
Yeah, and by the time he actually finished it, again, he hasn't released a video for that yet. But even then, go watch the streams because he crashes out so many times. It's so funny.
I mean,
he's also like the thing that made him mainstream, as far as I know, is he platinumed a Godzilla game, like the PS3 Godzilla game, I believe.
Was it like a fighting game?
Yeah, it's like the kaiju fighting game.
I think I know that game.
Yeah, the game looks actually really good, but it's so expensive because it's so rare to find.
You know what? Fair. Valid.
But yeah, so he was playing, and kind of circling back to what I was going to say, he was playing Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension, which is a video game for the movie that came out in 2011.
Oh, God.
So,
I remember
again,
that shit.
This game is, 14 years old?
Give or take. Something in that ballpark.
Yeah. I was 10 when the movie came out, and I believe I was 10... Well, no, I was 11 when the movie came out. No, I don't know. Anyways, I was 10 when the game came out. That's what I know.
Oh, I love that.
And I was obsessed with Phineas and Ferb, which, by the way...
I mean... rightfully so.
I could talk about Phineas and Ferb all day long. They release new episodes on Disney Plus, and you bet your ass I'm gonna at so many of my friends after we finish recording this, and I'm gonna tell them I'm watching Phineas and Ferb, the new season, on Disney Plus right now. If anybody wants to join, you can join.
You know what? I respect that. I respect that.
So when I tell you, I stayed up. I had bedtimes when I was a kid, and obviously I was like 11 when this movie came out. I begged my mother for me to be able to stay up to 10 o'clock to be able to watch this movie. Oh, no. I think it was 8. It ended at 10. I was like, please, Mom, let me watch this movie. So I watched it on release day, on release time, on Disney Channel. So, like, commercials and everything.
That's dedication.
When I tell you, I was we went to Disney World, and I wanted to see Phineas and Ferb, and the line was 3 hours long, and this is canonical. I wish I could find this. No, we didn't, because my mom didn't want to wait in a 3-hour line.
Damn.
There is a picture somewhere. I wish I can find it. If I ever find it, I will show you. There is a picture that exists of me in Disney World holding a Phineas plushie, wearing a Phineas and Ferb shirt, which was blue. I loved that shirt. And they took the picture of me and Phineas, but Phineas was all the way in the back. And in the picture, I was just pissed off.
This is just the first recorded crash out.
Yes. I was so mad.
He's like, I want to go. I can't go. Yeah. God, it's right there.
And you just see, like, it's just, like, emanating off of me how angry I was.
Oh, that's fucking amazing.
That I didn't get to take a picture with Phineas. Anyways, so I was obsessed with Phineas and Ferb. So when this game came out, it came out on the PS3. Okay. It was like a PS3 and Xbox, and I didn't have a PS3. I had a Wii. I wanted to play this game so bad when I was 10. And they recently, I didn't know this, because I was thinking about this game. Funny enough, I was thinking about this game a few months ago, and I looked it up because I have PlayStation Plus, and I have the version of PlayStation Plus that lets me play older games through cloud gaming.
Right.
And so I had looked up Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension, and it wasn't there because I was like, I play the game, whatever.
It's niche as hell. Yeah, I get that.
And then I see, circling back, I see that this guy is streaming it, and I was like, oh, you have this game. I was like, I wish I could play it but I don't have a PS3 or the game. And he was like, it got added to cloud streaming on PlayStation.
Oh no.
I went MIA immediately.
I was like, you fucking perfect bolted to that shit.
I have never downloaded a game so fast in my life. And not only that, so I had kind of like, this was also me taking a break from God of War because I couldn't beat the whatever her name is, the final Valkyrie. I think it's Sigrid.
Oh, yeah.
So this was me taking a break from God of War. I played and platinumed Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension in one sitting.
God damn. How long did that take?
Of my life. It didn't take very long. It took like 10 hours.
Okay.
It was not a long platinum.
Holy shit.
Best day of my life. I had so much fun that day.
Sometimes it'd be like
and
that.
you can ask, I have a friend, her online name is Z. She was in call with me when I was struggling with that stupid claw machine, trying to get the red bauble so that I could get the figures that I needed to get the last trophy. And
dedicated.
I was screaming at this claw machine. It was so funny. Anyways, I played that. 10 out of 10 game. It's so
God
good. I
damn.
love that game. If I could play that game again, I would play that game again.
See, it's funny. I have that level of connection to like older games, but
Yeah.
not because they were connected to like a TV show or anything. Because like my favorite show, like one of my favorite shows when I was younger was Avatar, and there is
Yeah.
no good Avatar video
Oh,
game
yeah, no. There's
at all.
none.
But I mean, like my first like before I was really watching TV, like the first experience of me like seeing something on a TV was Mario Kart 64 for the N64.
Ooh,
Because
okay.
benefit of my brother is 13 years older than me, so because of that, by the time I was walking around in my household was an N64, an original
Yeah.
PlayStation, like PS1 PlayStation, and a working Sega Genesis that to this day still works. By the way, the PS1 and the Sega Genesis to this day still work. I don't have them on me,
Nice.
but they do still
Yeah.
work. So like Mario Kart 64 was one of the first video games. I think it's probably the first video game I ever played. Period. But
Mm-hmm.
because we also had the PS2, I was exposed to and played a shit. And eventually I forgot to mention the PS2. That was also there when I was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was actually came out the year I was born, I think, because PS2 came
cool.
out in 2000, and that's when I was born, which is weird to say that I'm as old as the PlayStation 2. I think that's the thing. I'll verify that real quick. But so because of that, I had Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, and that game is so fucking good.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about
Oh
that,
my
yeah.
god. It pisses me off because if you it by the way, I am as old as the PS2. I'm a little bit older than the PS2, which I fucking hate, by the way.
Yeah.
Fucking hate that. I'm a few months older than the PS2. Don't like that. Anywho, Ubisoft announced a few years ago, like, oh, we're gonna do a remake of Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. I was like, fuck yeah, popping off, love it, absolutely love it. It got like canceled, it got delayed, it got
Yeah.
indefinitely delayed, and now like, oh, we gave it to another studio, but we're also no longer gonna bring Yuri Lowenthal back to do the main voice acting, and we gave it to another studio, and now Ubisoft is going bankrupt, and there's been no news on it, and I'm just like,
That sucks.
fuck. It's oh my god.
Yeah.
That game was so much fun and it's so good. It like and what's crazy about kind of how this like loops all back together in a very kind of interesting way. The team that made Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time ended up going on to be the team that made the first Assassin's Creed. And then they became the Assassin's Creed team, and that's why that franchise kind of like died out basically.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
because
yeah.
all the devs who worked on it got shifted to make and work on Assassin's Creed. Which is also
That's
why
so
like I
funny.
really liked Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, Black
Yeah,
Flag, like it all
'Cause it's all
spiraled
those-
from
the
that
same
thing,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing was like Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix specifically. It's such a fucking nerdy ass thing. I was actually playing that earlier today. I shit you
That's
not. Like before we
that's
jumped
like
in the
me
call, I was
saying
playing
Kingdom
that.
Hearts. That's like me saying Kingdom Hearts 1 final mix.
yeah. Well, it's because there were two different versions of Midnight Club 3. There
Yeah.
was the original, and
Yeah.
then they made like a re-release like greatest hits version that included like you can go to Tokyo, and it had like a bunch of extra cars and stuff. But that was made by Rockstar, and that was
Oh.
like before.
Oh yeah, I have. No wonder it
Yeah.
sounded familiar.
It was like there were a few games after that, but they never really hit the same from what I remember. But
Yeah.
GTA became Rockstar's like cash cow and like Red Dead, so
course.
Midnight Club just kind of died to like
Yeah.
Need for Speed, Forza, Gran Turismo,
There's so
like
many racing games.
yeah. And like I love street racing games and I love racing games partially because when I was a very young kid, probably too young to be playing that game, but I was playing the shit out of Midnight Club. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I also played a shitload of GTA 3 when I was a kid. Probably shouldn't have done that. But literally, like,
Yeah,
I was
probably not.
I was such a kid, like, I didn't even have the wherewithal, like, do any of the missions. I would just, like,
Mm-hmm.
steal a car and drive around for, like, 20 minutes at a time, and then I'd be happy. I think Skyrim
Well,
was the first time where I was like, oh, wait, no, there's actually, like, a thing I can do here. There's, like,
There's
I was starting to, like, put
lore.
pieces together, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, so original games that are really good. Anyways, I played and platinumed Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, my God.
Such a good game.
Fucking, that's another.
Gorgeous game.
So beautiful.
Oh.
That game is beautiful on the PS4. Like,
I've-
I pulled it up to show my girlfriend, like, on the PS4.
Yeah.
It looks like it has like PS5 quality graphics. It's
I
so
have never
visually
been-
stunning.
I've never been into like taking screenshots in games, but
I love doing that. It's one of my
holy
favorite
crap.
things to do.
I took so many screenshots in that game.
It's gorgeous.
It's
Final
such
Fantasy
a
16
beautiful,
is big
beautiful,
for that too.
beautiful game. Like, holy jeez, wow.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful. It's criminally underrated, in my opinion.
Also, if you don't want spoilers for Ghost of Tsushima, skip ahead.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I cannot tell you by how much because I don't know how long we're going to be ranting about this.
For anyone on the video side of this, I'll put up a little spoiler thing. When the spoilers are done.
Mm-hmm. The horse dying.
Oh my god, dude! I
messaged bot so much because I was like, this is some BS. I need to hold on. I need to go to our DMs and actually find this.
What's fucked up about that too was I played the game a few years ago and I'm like, this is it's like one of my favorite games. It's so fucking amazing. When you said like, oh, I'm going to start playing it, in the back of my mind, I was like, they are not ready for when this horse dies, because I wasn't ready for the emotional sucker punch that happened. I was like, oh fuck, I feel things right now for this horse. I was like, poor Finn is not ready. And I was like, that was another thing where like you press start on the timer for a bomb and you just wait for it to go off.
Literally.
That was another one, because I was like, it is gonna hit them like a sack of fucking bricks.
I found it.
Please read this, because
I messaged you in caps. I go, no, the horse dies. What the hell?
Yeah.
And then I said, hate in my heart. This is all still in caps, by the way.
Yeah, all
and
caps.
then you said, oh yeah, the game is. You said this game is cinema, right? I go crying. And I go, bro. When I tell you I was attached, and then I sent a bunch of screenshots because I had taken so many screenshots of this horse. And I put in caps, I go, I was attached. I loved him.
Oh god. I'm just gonna screenshot it. I'm just gonna screenshot the messages as we were talking about it. It's so fucking I felt the exact same pain you did. When you sent me those messages, I was cracking the fuck up.
Dude, I was so sad.
I was cracking the fuck up just because, I've been in your shoes before. That was me once.
That was traumatic, dude.
That was
and then
me.
you get that stupid teleport point where it's no or whatever, something friend's grave.
Honored friend's grave.
Hell?
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
I love that the horse got
so
a
messed
waypoint
up.
when Taka didn't.
Yeah, right. Taka
rip
didn't.
Taka. Which also, okay,
Rip
also
Taka, but more
speaking about
specifically,
Taka,
the horse.
talking about Taka is a great segue to one of the real life things that happened in my life. So I kind of alluded to it at least a little bit, but I say semi-recently, it's been a few months now, but I moved. And then a little bit under a month ago, my girlfriend and I adopted a dog. We have a lovely beagle named Anna. She is currently sleeping behind me.
So cute.
She is a precious, adorable angel. There will be pictures for reference. Also, we didn't talk about this. Probably should mention at some point, not 58 minutes into a fucking podcast. We're going to be releasing this on Spotify and YouTube. So if you want to see the visuals about anything we're talking about, or like little handprints, I'm going to add little shit here and there. Come to the YouTube.
If you're listening on
side of things.
Spotify, if you're listening on Spotify, go to
Thank
YouTube.
you, by the way.
Right. And if you're listening on YouTube, I don't know, go to Spotify, I guess, if you want to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You have options.
But yeah, you have options. If you're at work and actually, if you're at work, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Stop laughing.
Stop laughing. Nothing's
Stop
funny.
laughing.
Don't do
They're
it.
staring at you. Stop laughing.
Dude,
don't laugh. Stop it.
Did you scratch your ass? Does it itch? Ignore it.
If you're at school listening to this, pay attention to your teacher.
Yeah, stay in
JK,
school.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. Don't laugh.
Nothing's funny. Nothing's ever been funny.
Nothing's funny.
There's nothing funny going on whatsoever.
Stop it. Falling toast.
So anyway, my dog is adorable and I love her. And so we brought her home, and when we got her, I think 2 days later, my girlfriend had to leave town for a few days. So we joked that she left the dog alone with the spare human because it was just me and her for a few days.
Yeah.
But so we find her. She finally got comfortable enough to settle and fall asleep around me. And so she was sleeping on the couch next to me, and I was playing through the story of Ghost of Tsushima because you and I wanted to do the Legends mode, and I just wanted to play the game again. And I was like, I have fuck all else to do. I might as well do this. And I just really love this game. And like, I'm inspired to play it again because you've been playing it, yada, yada. But so, once again, Ghost of Tsushima spoilers. It gets to the scene where the Khan has you and Taka tied up. And then he ends up beheading Taka in front of Jin. And like, in that scene, the Kotal Khan is holding up Taka's head and is like showing it in you and like like basically like in your face, like front, like look what I did, look how like strong and evil I am, right? And at that moment, at that scene, she growled. My dog, who I thought was asleep, was growling at Kotal Khan on the TV. I was like,
That's
what
crazy.
the fuck? It floored me because it taught me a few things, right? One, it taught me that she was watching the TV. B, she's aware enough to recognize like human faces and like humans of that nature. And C or number 3, I forget if I was numbering or doing letters at this point.
You were doing AB, yeah.
Okay, so number 3, it basically said that she was like protecting me / us because she was growling at this imposing, threatening figure. And I was like, whoa. Like, it was not a moment I was expecting to have. And it really floored me because I was like, holy shit.
Well, that just shows like how, I know beagles are stupidly smart, but also dogs in general are so smart. The fact that she could recognize that this is a bad person.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, that's the other thing was like, what a testament to Ghost of Tsushima's like writing and like the cinematography of it, that this dog who, all we understand, doesn't understand English, doesn't really know. Like, she doesn't really respond to her name fully. We think she knows her name, but it's kind of still wishy-washy here and there. But like, she doesn't have the pre-context of all the story and everything leading up to it. All she saw was just this isolated instance of a human being threatening, and her first reaction was to growl at it. And like, this dog does not bark. She doesn't make sounds. She doesn't whimper. She doesn't cry. Like, she does not make sounds.
Begs the question. You should play Jedi Fallen Order, see what she does
to Darth Vader. Oh my god, yeah. See how she reacts to that.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Yeah, I mean, so if you ever hear like jingles or like whatnot errantly in the background, that's her.
Dog.
That's my dog. She's lovely.
So yeah, Platinum Ghost of Tsushima. I platinumed Undertale.
Oh wow, I didn't even know it had a platinum.
It does. It's really easy to get. You basically just have to grab. There's literally, like, I guess Toby Fox couldn't come up with ideas for trophies, and so the platinum is like pretty much really easy. There's only a few missable trophies that you need to get. Which are just like filling the dog bank thing that's in Snowden.
Yeah.
Or not, Snowden. So you do that, play through the game, and that's pretty much it. Nice. And like pick up items is the other one. Like pick up. Okay. It's either 3 or 4 items.
Oh, well, fair enough.
And you just get trophies. So I ended up platinuming it, which I knew Undertale was a good game. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was.
Yeah, it's one of those games where like the community kind of like overhyped it, and like it kind of got dragged through the mud of public perception. But like genuinely, when that game first came out, and if you just like play and experience it in a vacuum, it's a great game and a great experience.
It's a good game. Yeah,
that's like
it was a fun experience. Honestly, I loved the like the humor in it was awesome.
Oh my god, the writing was really great.
Yeah, I just did like a basic run. I didn't do like pacifist or genocide. I just did like whatever. I got scolded for killing Toriel. I didn't realize that you could mercy. I didn't realize you couldn't, like, you could not. You had the choice of not killing her. Fair. If I knew, like, I didn't kill Papyrus, you know.
See, I had the benefit of hearing people murmuring about like pacifist runs and stuff like that. So I went into it knowing like, oh, you can do this game without killing anything. That's interesting. Yeah. So I went in with that little bit of information of knowing like you can go around everything without killing everything. Yeah. So I had the bet, like I did end up doing a pacifist run for the first time I ever played it, but that's only because I had that pre-context. Like I bet that if I didn't have that pre-context, I would have been in the same boat as you, you know? Yeah. That's one of those games where it's like, if you love video games, you should legitimately give it a try. Like, fuck the community stuff, fuck all the outside perception stuff. If you've never, like, played it or done anything with it, legitimately just, like, give it a try. That and, like, Inscription is such a huge one for me that has that exact same thing.
It's a really short game, too, so it's a quick play.
Yeah. Both Undertale and Inscription. Does Inscription have PlayStation achievements?
I don't know.
Because that's a game. Oh my god, that is actually top of my list. If I could play a game for the first time over again, Inscription is the number one, 110% with a bullet. Like that game is so fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The twist and turn. I'm not gonna spoil it here. Fucking
Yeah.
go buy and play Inscription. It's not expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. It's amazing. It's not super long. It's a great, fantastic game. You're gonna love it. Like,
Yep.
trust me.
I've heard it's good.
Just do it. Go. You haven't played it?
I haven't played it.
You need to fucking play.
I know you. I added it to
Bruh.
my list, and the reason why I added it was because you like told me like you need to play this game.
It's so.
But
I
I'm pretty sure
recommended
it is
it
on PS Plus.
I recommended it to a friend of mine. Shout out my buddy Luke.
Yeah.
He's never really played a lot of like deck builder games or anything of that nature, or like roguelikes really. Which Inscription kind of has some of those like deck building roguish elements to it. I'm not going to go into super detail about it because I'm not going to spoil it. But he played that game, and I made sure that like I was in Discord just like because he would screen share me, just because I want to like vicariously like live through someone playing for that first time. Which low-key we should do that and record that for this, because that would be fire. We should do that.
Let me see if I can figure it out because my PlayStation's connected to my TV.
Yeah. We can figure that out later, but I think we should do that.
Yeah, we can figure it
if
out
you want to see that, leave a comment. Hey, but so I watched him play it and beat it, and like slowly everything like picking up the pieces of everything that's happening. And nowadays he's like, dude, it's one of the best video games I've ever fucking played.
Wow.
His honest review is, if you love video games, you need to play Inscription. That was his exact quote. And this is the guy, like, his favorite games are like Final Fantasy 7, like Final Fantasy 16. Yeah. Like, he loves those big, like, narrative, like, story-driven, like, set-piece games. That's his shit. That is his jam, you know? So, I was really happy that's
cool.
He took that recommendation and was like, oh my god, dude, that game's so fucking amazing. Because I remember seeing Markiplier play it, and, like, I saw the beginning of it, and I was like, oh, I'll play this on my own. And then I ended up playing it and, like, being ahead of him, and I was like, oh my god, this is fucking amazing. Oh my god, I get to watch someone experience this for the first time. Oh my god, this is fucking... It was such a great, just, like, overall experience. It's... I can yap about the shit forever, but I don't want to spoil it and really, like...
Yeah.
It's man, it's good. Just big trust, it's good.
Yeah. But yeah, so I played Undertale, and then I platinumed Unpacking, and I have some things to say about that game.
Go on.
I loved. First of all, that game is really cute. I love that game. But
it.
And I hate being this person. The underlying story, in that game, hit me a little hard because at one point.
Oh. I know what game this is now. Yeah.
So the whole point of Unpacking is literally, you know, as the name entails, you unpack different houses like that you live in, and it goes from when you're a kid to when you're a grown adult. But at one point, you end up living with I believe a boyfriend.
Okay.
And I don't know. There's something about seeing after you graduate college, I believe. I think you have one other house, or like, I don't know. There's this diploma that you hang up, and it's big, and it's like a staple. And so, you know, I'd always put it on the wall, and it'd be like, oh, this is a really cool place to put this because this, you know, diploma, people should see it. It's really nice.
It's a nice big plaque, yeah.
The fact that in the boyfriend's house, the right place to put the diploma is under the bed. So, for those of you who don't know the lore, I'm not going to go too into it. I have a toxic ex. It's not a guy. It's a woman. But when I saw that, I felt that so hard because it was literally like what I went through. Like none of my stuff was out because all of her stuff took up all the space.
Like everything else.
And so, yeah. And so seeing that happening in a video game, I was like, oh my God, like that's crazy. So it's actually a really, really cool game. And I really enjoyed that game a lot. And like I said, the underlying like story that is going on. And then seeing her, you know, after that level, I'm assuming she breaks up, and there's actually, again, there's a picture of her and her ex now. And I had put it up like on the corkboard, not realizing what it was.
Right.
And then I had gotten everything right except for that. And I was like, where the hell do I put this picture? Like, it goes on the corkboard. and I looked it up. The game wanted you to put it in like a cabinet, like hidden. And I was like, oh my God, that's insane. Damn. Like, I felt that, I felt it. Yeah. And then like seeing her, like, she starts dating, you start getting these hints that she's dating a woman, and she's dating a woman. And so like, and they end up being together until the end of the game. And it's just such, oh my God.
Nice. That's good.
For a game where you just unpack stuff and organize it, it runs so deep. And I love that. If you like those kind of games, I highly recommend Unpacking. It is such a good game. Definitely, I wouldn't say it's like my favorite game ever, but it's definitely up there. Like,
it took you by surprise.
It took me by surprise. Like, I just thought I was going to unpack some stuff.
Right. I mean, like, that is what the name implies.
this underlying story that I related to so much.
Yeah, well.
And like, I don't know, it was weird because seeing her, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about it, so you can say whatever you were about to say before I interrupted you.
Oh, you good.
Seeing
it's Discord. This is how it happens.
Yeah, right. Seeing her after the level with her ex, move back in with her parents, and then move in with her girlfriend, and seeing like how, again, because there's pictures and stuff, and you see like how happy she is after everything I went through. It like, I don't know, it gave me hope. Like it was weird.
That's
like
great.
Like I finished playing that game and I was like, like I'm gonna be good. I'll be good.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's a good thing. It's reassuring.
But it's so crazy that a game where you unpack. That's the entire. There is no mechanic to the game other than you unpack and put it in the right places.
Yeah.
Literally. But the fact that I had like this existential crisis about it.
I mean, it's because there's emotional weight to the items, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not so much about. Like, there's storytelling through, obviously, dialogue and everything, but indirect storytelling is, like, that's the key. Like, that is what indirect storytelling is. Like, you're piecing the story together from all the different things that you have. Like you said, like, the different pictures and...
and she had the main character... Yeah, the main character has this, like, little pig plushie that it is in every single level.
Hell yeah.
And in the last level, and this is really cute, in the last level... The pig plushie is there, but instead of putting it on the main character's bed, this might kill you. You put it in a crib.
Oh.
And when I saw that, I almost started crying.
That's fair.
And
that's fair.
I don't like my opinion about kids. Like, I don't know if I really want kids. I think if I find the right person, maybe I'll want kids.
Understandable.
But that, like... Ooh, it's like, oh my God. Like,
wait a minute. That's kind of cute.
Ouch, maybe I do want kids.
Well, it's because like all those objects are things that they're real things, and they're things that we being like you and I would just would have emotional attachment to similar things. So we know what that experience. It's a very real and grounded experience, and something that everybody has had an experience with, as far as just like the items and the sentimental value and like the message, Like I've had like old letters and stuff from exes that I had like I literally had like a shelf, or not a shelf, a drawer that I like put everything in my. So like if I go back home and I like open up a cabinet, I'll find like a bunch of those old things that like I never got rid of for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I hid them away. So like that's I would say a pretty semi-universal experience for anyone who's been in a relationship that didn't end out too good, you know? So I think that's just a testament to the natural storytelling of just the objects and how you're interacting with them. Indirect. Yes.
Like there is no like
that's
actual dialogue in that game.
That's probably also why it works, is because you're the only thing having a direct impact. And you're the only one having like it's only you moving these things and putting them in their places. And like the fact that the game has a correct spot for everything, it's like you're getting the storytelling through what the items are and what those items mean. And the fact that you have to be the one to physically move and put them there is probably what really drives it home, you know?
Yeah. But no, it's a great game. I highly recommend it. If anybody likes those kind of games, please, for the love of God, play that game. It hit me so hard. Did not expect it at all. Like, because I had seen videos about it, but I didn't expect it. And then the last two games, I tried to play BioShock. I wasn't really into it.
Damn. Really? Which one?
The first one.
Oh, okay. I don't know the opinion on the first, but I feel like Infinite is one that people really like a lot. Either Infinite or was it the one that takes place in Rapture was the one that people also really love. I don't think that's Infinite. I haven't played BioShock, but I have a friend who's super into BioShock. I'll have to ask him about it. But I think you played one of the worst. It's like when you play Far Cry 1 on stream and you're like, this fucking blows. It's like, well, yeah, of course it does.
Yeah, and then I play Far Cry 3. It's like, ah!
Holy shit, this is peak.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, no, I get that 100%.
So yeah, I played BioShock, and then this is another one of those games that came out when I was a kid, but it came out on the Wii, so I actually did have the possibility to play it. But my mom didn't get us a Wii for entertainment. She got us a Wii because she wanted us to exercise. So we had Just Dance and we had Wii Sports, and that was it.
Yup. That's a mood.
So Disney Epic Mickey.
Oh, yeah. They just came out
remake.
with a remake of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the remake. I'm working on the platinum for it. I needed to get 56 of a certain item to get the last missable trophy. By the way, out of the 39 trophies in that game, 19 of them are missable. I have never stared at a guide more in my life.
That's fucked. That's so fucked.
So, yeah. So one of the trophies is to upgrade Mickey's health to max it out. I missed 2 out of the like 56 things. I needed to get 56. I got 54.
Bruh.
And that means that because that was the first playthrough, and then I had to do a second playthrough, which I'm still working on, where it's like the evil path.
Okay.
But if I do that playthrough, I can't upgrade Mickey's health all the way because I need to leave. One of the ways to get one of his health is to fix an animatronic Goofy, and then he opens up a house, and you get a locket and take it to somebody else, and they give you a health upgrade.
Gotcha.
But in the thinner path, which is the evil path, I have to leave all the animatronics disassembled.
Oh.
So
you need to play through the game a third time.
Not the full... Well, yeah, actually pretty much the full game. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
So
that'll be fun.
That's fucking brutal.
I don't mind it. The movement in that game is insanely good, so like I can do it. But yeah, it just kind of sucks a little bit.
No, that's
and I can't
that's major ass.
Yeah, because what I was gonna do was just do New Game Plus, to do it. But there is 2, I believe, health upgrades that you have to buy, and for some reason it's bugged, and you can't do that in New Game Plus. Like you can't buy them.
Lovely.
So I actually have to start a brand new game, which is fun. Whatever.
Maybe that's something you like give it like play another game in between it and then go back to it.
Yeah,
I feel like you just get like
it.
hella burnt out on it if you just
for sure
dive headfirst straight back into it, you know?
Yeah.
Which is fair.
And that's all the games I've played.
Hell yeah.
Which is so many.
There's so many. You go through a lot more games than I think I expected you to. I'll be so honest with you.
Well, the thing is, I play games for literal hours on end.
Yeah, fair. Well, it's also like there was a really huge gap between the last recording and this one. So it's just been really like big time for you to just snowball and play a fuckload of video games.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, my whole thing is I've been moving and doing all that shit. So I've really only gotten to like Ghost of Tsushima. I played a bunch of Skyrim just because I was like, man, I saw some videos. I'm feeling nostalgic, so I'll do that. Playing through some Midnight Club again, and then like Baldur's Gate with my friends, Marvel Rivals with my friends, like stuff like that. So, but it's really only been like that, you know?
Yeah, I kind of go through games pretty quick.
you do kind of just like, it's like meals. Like you get like video games as you do with like a meal basically.
Yeah.
It's like, that was tasty. Sure. Next.
Yum. Like, ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, platinum trophy. Ooh, platinum trophy.
Right, yeah.
I'm also impressed at your ability to platinum games, legitimately.
Yeah, I don't know. I love 100% in games. I have 21 platinums right now.
Damn. I don't have that many. I only really platinum games where it's like, I love this game and I want to play more of it, and I just want to not... I don't want to stop playing this game, basically.
Well, okay.
The first game I platinumed was Spider-Man, so...
Yeah,
me too! I need to know. Wait, really?
Yeah!
Like the PS4 Spider-Man?
Yeah, the PS4 Spider-Man?
How have we never talked about this?
I didn't know that was your first platinum. Yeah, that was
my first ever platinum. I did it while I was at... I did 1 year of college. That was... I platinumed it in my 1 year of college.
That's so funny.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was my first platinum, was that Spider-Man. Yeah, I do that too. where it's like I only platinum games that I'm like, wow, this is an amazing game. I want to play more of it. It just so happens that a lot of the games I play, because like I do play other games. Like for example, I have Hollow Knight. I never finished. Which I've never. That's
you gotta finish that. You gotta finish that game.
No, I mean like the platinum for that.
Oh yeah, no. I considered it too because I fucking love Hollow Knight. Oh, big shakes. You probably just heard Anna just shake it out real quick.
Yeah.
She stood up from sleeping, so she has very big floppy ears. So when she shakes, everything just sort of like rattles around. But
yeah,
God, I looked at the trophies for that and I was like, nope, not happening. Respectfully, not happening. I love the game, not them. Exactly. I can't do that.
Like I have a bunch that I like accidentally got. Like I only had like one, and now it's like on my list. I wish I could delete it. If I could, I would. Because like Lies of P, I'm never finishing that. Remnant 2, I'm never finishing that. Devil May Cry 1 and 2, I'm not finishing those.
Oh well, yeah, I don't blame you because Devil May Cry 2 is ass and Devil May Cry 1 is old. You know?
Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, that's not happening.
Oh well, I mean, yeah.
That is just a bad game. Speaking of just bad games, Marvel's Avengers, not happening.
Oh
they took
my
that
God.
off of the PlayStation Store, so that can't happen anyways. I'd have to get a physical copy. And also, I've heard that thing is so hard to get.
Yeah, no, fuck that noise.
But yeah, so there's a bunch of games that I've played, but I don't have any plans of platinuming them.
That's fair.
I was going to say, we are 1 hour and 21 minutes into this recording, and we normally want to keep it between an hour and an hour and a half. Yeah. So I think to close off this episode, can I tell a really funny story?
Yeah. Fucking send her, bud.
Okay, great. I got permission to tell this story. So it's like kind of two stories that kind of go hand in hand.
This is going to be great.
So I downloaded a dating app. Whoop-de-doo.
Oh. Hell yeah. That's how I met my girlfriend.
I do that every so often.
Sometimes it works.
Yeah, I do it every so often because like every few months I get really sad and lonely. And
mood.
And so I
been there.
I
feel you.
Yeah. And so on this dating app, which I am not going to say which one it is just because.
Farmers
but on
only.
this dating app, I send farmers only. I send likes and then I don't get matched.
Right. That was me too.
Whatever. And then suddenly I sent this girl a like, and I remember thinking, oh my God, which by the way, I'm sending her this after, so this is a little embarrassing. I remember thinking, oh my God, because I was at work that day and I was talking to my work friend and I was like, oh my God, this girl is really pretty. And so me being the smooth criminal I am, anyways,
God damn it.
Me being the smooth criminal I am, so there was a prompt that says like the best way for me, the easiest way to get me to fall for you or something like that. And her answer was call me pretty and buy me books. And gotcha. I was like,
I could do that.
I was like, hey, I work. But I messaged her and I was like, there's no way I got an answer back because this was a little ballsy for me. I don't normally like say that kind of stuff. Right. But I was like, hey, you're pretty. You want to go to bookstore in my town? Cut to a few days later. I was working with the same work friend.
Yep.
And I matched with this girl and I was like, okay, cool. We matched. I didn't think that was going to happen. But, normally, like, I'll match with somebody and then we just never text each other.
Yeah, that's also a pretty common experience. Neither one of us
initiates. Yeah. So I was like, okay, whatever. Like, maybe I'll text her later because I did think she was really pretty. So I was like, maybe I'll text her later. I'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I got a message from her. And she says, hey, you work at the store on street. Right? I recognize you because of your tattoos.
Oh shit.
Which when it happened, I freaked out a little.
You shit a brick. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for saying what I can't say.
Yeah. A lightning bolt came out of your asshole and you lost your mind. Yeah. No, I know the feeling.
But the only reason why I freaked out is because okay, if you really think about it, finding someone on a dating app, like dating apps are meant to find people that are at least semi near to you.
Right.
So the chances of you finding somebody from a dating app is pretty high. But that's never happened to me.
Yeah, no. I got
so
lucky
that's
with my
why
one,
it
so.
freaked me out. Like, it freaked me out because I was like, oh my God.
Oh, shit.
This person has seen me.
You caught a unicorn, basically, is what happened.
Yeah.
You found a unicorn in the wild and captured it.
Yeah. And so I was like, hi. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I just didn't have the extrovertedness to like say anything to you about the dating app. And I was like, I'm like, thank you for not saying anything, because I would have turned beet red and started stumbling over my words.
You would have
and she was like,
panicked.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then she said, oh, that's like, I wish I had, because that would have been so cute. And I was like, literally. No, so yeah, I was like, oh, okay, you've seen me IRL. And I've seen, and she told me that I was the one who checked her out.
Oh.
And so I was like, and so the other day I asked her, I was like, hey, I'm curious, what did you buy?
Did you get expired cheese dip?
Right? No, and so in my head, I was like, there's no way I remember, because I think, I don't know, I work a lot of 8-hour shifts. I think that day was a 4-hour shift though. But I was like, what did you buy? Because I'm like, I'm more likely to remember you based off of what you bought than your face. But I was like, just letting you know, the chances of me remembering are like
slim to
none.
Yeah.
Like, I have the memory of a goldfish.
Yeah.
And she immediately messaged me like, oh, you probably didn't see me because I was sick. And I immediately clocked it. I was like, you bought the COVID test, didn't you? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, you bought the COVID test. I know who you are.
Damn.
And I think, I don't know if it like impressed her that I clocked who it was. The main reason why is because I can't believe I'm saying this. I
think I know where this is going.
Saw her, I was like,
damn!
Okay, first of all, yes. But first of all, she was wearing a mask, which I live in a pretty like conservative state.
Right.
So the fact that she was wearing a mask already was like a, whoa, person wearing a mask, that's crazy.
That's rare.
You're not just gonna cough all over me? Wow, thanks. So that, immediately, I don't know.
It stood out in your
together
brain.
in my little brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I remember looking at her and thinking, wow, this person is really pretty. And that's so funny.
Hey, at least you're consistent.
Right?
Yeah. At least she knows you're not bullshitting.
Right? Exactly. So,
kind of funny as fuck.
that's my two little stories. It was so funny.
That's fucking amazing.
And like I said, I am sending this episode to her whenever it comes out. So
oh yeah, absolutely.
I guess I get to embarrass myself. Also,
hey, you know what?
Side note, just to add a little sprinkles onto our cake of embarrassment, I have been blushing like a madman.
I was going to say, you've been stumbling over your words just telling this story. So, like, if there's any doubt about what you're saying is true, it should be erased, because you have been, like, I can feel the, like, nervous giggle energy radiating off of you as you're telling this story. I know.
Like I said in the beginning of this episode, gay as hell.
yeah, oh yeah. There's your gay
hell.
proof. If you needed gay receipts, there we have it.
No question about it. I have a little Venom figurine that's holding a lesbian flag.
Oh.
I think
Can you send me
hilarious.
a picture of that? I want to include it in this
I think
episode.
it's hilarious because Venom has his tongue sticking out, and I think that's so funny.
Hey.
He's a lesbian icon.
Yeah, it's like Happy Pride right there.
Oh, God. Anyways, good thing to end.
Yeah. Good thing to end on is Venom being
a
lesbian icon. I mean, have you seen him throw it back in Marvel Rivals? He knows what's up.
Right? Exactly.
Venom knows what the fuck is up. Oh my god. What a whirlwind.
Let out a horrible cough after all that laughter.
No, that wasn't a cough. That was just like the nervousness leaving your body.
Right? That was the
stress exiting your soul. That's what that was.
Yeah, right. That's the stress
you let it out.
Exiting your soul.
Oh
yeah.
god. What a fucking whirlwind of an episode.
Oh yeah, that was a great episode though. Hope you guys enjoyed episode 1.
I don't know that we did a lot of kind of fully I feel like we did in a backwards kind of way introduce who we are, you know?
Listen, you guys will get to know us through random little lore
Yes.
drops that we do in episodes. Okay.
To be fair, though, this is kind of how you and I have grown to become friends, is just through the interactions at the moment and conversations at moments like these, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So what we want for this podcast is for it to feel like an authentic sit-down conversation with your buddies, just hanging in a Discord call, chat with your friends. And so I feel like if nothing else, that's what we're doing. I mean, it's literally what we're doing, but like, that's the goal. That's the goal, and I hope we can. I hope you're interested enough to join us along this journey of whatever the fuck it becomes.
Yep. Yeah. Since we didn't mention it until like halfway through the thing, if you're listening on Spotify, go subscribe to the YouTube. It's the same as the Spotify. Last Braincells Left. If you're listening on YouTube, go follow us on Spotify. We have a Discord. That is gonna be somewhere. I think
it'll be. I could be. Post the link public, and we'll figure it all out. If you want,
you can join the Discord and you can recommend topics. And at some point, I'm gonna make I'm thinking about making a chat that's like Q&A, just so we can answer questions.
No, that's good. I like that. I like that. I think that'd be good.
Yeah, and you can leave feedback because we're new to this.
Yes, so, we have no clue what the fuck we're doing at all.
Also, at some point, not right this second, or when you're listening to this.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could be listening to this in the future, which is a crazy thought to have. But at the time of recording this, we don't have a TikTok or an Instagram yet, but we're gonna have one at some point. Just be looking out for that.
Social media,
social media stuff.
Bing.
I think that's everything, right? Do we have anything else?
I mean, we're gonna make a YouTube channel where we do all kinds of shit. At least that's the part of the goal, right?
That's
we want to do some like gameplay stuff, some IRL stuff. I do actually have a thing for that, but I can save that for episode 2. It's kind of a surprise that I've been looking into and building up, so we can talk about that in the next episode. I'll spring that on you and really get a good shot from you.
I'm gonna let the listeners know right now. I know nothing about it, so I have no idea what he's talking about.
They know absolutely. I've kept them in the absolute dark about what this is.
Equally as scared.
no, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great because
cool.
It touches on a project that you and I have talked about before and wanting to do. So
we've talked about so much stuff. Yeah,
if you want to find out what that is, you just have to tune into the next episode.
Listen to next episode. Next episode will be out next Friday.
With whatever the Friday after you're listening to this one is when the next episode. We want to release every Friday, right?
Yeah.
Every Friday or every other Friday? Every Friday? Did we ever decide?
Every Friday.
Okay.
I think is what we decided.
Lit. Sounds good to me.
We'll see. We'll let you guys know. Tune into the next episode to find out. I don't know.
Yeah, let us know.
This has been Bot and Finn, and this was your last Braincells Left. Honestly, good times.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't have an outro.
I'm gonna let you just come up with the outro. Whatever. Just. I'll do the intro. You do the outro. That's what we're.
Okay,
this is all staying in. By the way, I'm not cutting any of this.
Oh, I didn't expect you to.
Okay, good.
For now, let's just say bye. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Bye, everyone. Bye. Have a good day.